Hi, and welcome to That's Already Mysterious. Join me for an intriguing look into real-life mysteries. Who was the mad gasser of Mattoon? What was whaling at the Wilga waterhole? I'm not going to solve those mysteries, but they'll be interesting to learn about. I'm your host, Kelly with an I. Transcripts and references for all episodes can be found at that'sreadymysterious.wordpress.com. No apostrophe and no exclamation point. Today's tale is about the Marree Man. Phil Turner, who purchased a pub in Marree in part because of the Marree Man, said, "Do we really want to know who did it? It's full of myth, mystery, intrigue. It's important as art and as one of Australia's greatest whodunit stories." The Marree Man is the world's second largest geoglyph. It's a drawing of a man hunting with a throwing stick in his left hand. This type of stick is called a woomera. The geoglyph is 4.2 kilometers or 2.6 miles long. The lines are 80 meters or a little over 115 feet wide and 0.3 meters or 1 foot deep, and the outline, if stretched out, would reach 28 kilometers or a little over 17 miles long. The Marree Man can be found on the banks of the Caddy-Thandil Lake Eyre in central South Australia. It's located just about 60 kilometers or around 37 miles northwest of the small town of Marree, which has a population of about 150. Marree is located about 700 kilometers or 435 miles north of Adelaide. The Marree Man was discovered on June 26, 1998. It was first seen from the air by local pilot by the name of Trek Smith. He explained that the carving was so big that he assumed everyone would know about it, but when he landed and asked around, no one in town had heard of it. A couple of weeks after the discovery, some faxes were sent to Marree businesses and the media. The first read in part, "On a plateau 36 miles northwest of Marree, there is a giant drawing of an aborigine more than 2 miles long." After the first fax, an American flag was discovered in a nearby pit, along with a note that referenced American Christian cult the Branch Davidians and a satellite photo of the figure. The note was never made public. Then came another fax. This one said, "During the creation of the figure, a 36-inch by 25-inch dedicatory plaque was buried on the plateau 4 inches below the surface, 23 feet south of the point of the nose." The police dug for the plaque and found it just where the fax said it would be. The plaque had an American flag, what looked like faded Olympic rings, and a quote from a book about Aboriginal hunting. The descriptions being in feet and miles, not meters and kilometers, along with the flags and references, led people to believe the geoglyph was created by Americans. Other people, however, thought those clues were just sent to throw investigations off. Then came another fax. "There will now be provided weekly for several weeks a series of answers to such questions as who, why, how." This fax kicked off a treasure hunt on the other side of the world in England. Locals in England were sent faxes that led to clues buried near other big figures like the Cerne Giant in Dorset and the Long Man of Wilmington in Sussex. Eventually, the why of the Marree Man was shown. As a permanent benefit to the state of South Australia, through increasing tourism and also to honor the inherently athletic pursuits of the Indigenous people for the Sydney Olympiad, read one of the notes found buried in a glass jar. The who and the how are still in question. Phil Turner had a deep interest in the Marree Man. He explained that he bought a pub in Marree in part because of the Marree Man, which is the biggest tourist draw the town of Marree has. He explained that scenic flights to see the Marree Man have helped his business and that people love to come into the pub and share their theories as to who created the man and why. He has his own theories as well. Who created the Marree Man? There are a lot of theories. Some believe it was carved by the U.S. Army. These people point to the fact that the Marree Man is located close to joint U.S.-Australia defense projects in the Woomera Prohibited Area. They also point to the plaque that was discovered in 1999 near the man's head and the flag found in the nearby pit. The flags, however, might be red herrings. Some people believe the drawing was created by aliens. Some say that South Australian artist Bardius Goldberg from Alice Springs created the Marree Man. It was reported in the Adelaide Advertiser that he had told some friends that he'd been commissioned to create a piece of artwork that was visible from space for 10,000 Australian dollars. Goldberg died in 2002, so it is impossible to confirm for sure. However, he made a deathbed confession to Peter Clements, mayor of Kangaroo Island. Clements said, "He told me that he had been working on a big project in northern SA and he mentioned the Marree Man." Clements also said, "From memory he said, I don't want people to know that I was involved while I'm still here, but I've left some clues in the ground that will tell the story." Some believe that the Marree Man was created by miners or someone else with GPS technology, which was only available to a select few in the 1990s. Mr. Turner explained that the only people who would have had access to this technology would have been the mining industry, the military, and possibly academia. There is a theory that someone was hired to dig a trench and they got bored afterward and had extra fuel, so created the Marree Man. Turner believes that the trench was created by an Aboriginal group, but probably not the Arabana. He explained that the timing of the finding of the Marree Man was important because it was during land dispute at the time. He theorized that the Marree Man may have been a way of branding the land as belonging to one group. Turner said that the hair and headband of the Marree Man look similar to those worn by some Aboriginal groups in the Musgrave Ranges, but it is in Arabana territory. Turner said that without GPS, someone would need certain knowledge and skills to create the Marree Man. He also says it could have been created by a mining company or even the Department of Defense. As of 2012, the Marree Man is officially on Arabana Aboriginal land. It's now under the direction of the Arabana Aboriginal Corporation. However, according to the Arabana Aboriginal Corporation manager, Lorraine Merrick, they did not originally create the drawing. She said that its appearance upset some Aboriginals because they viewed it as desecration of the land. After some time, natural erosion began to wear away at the carving. The locals became concerned. Turner, who knew the carving needed to be preserved, explained that given its importance to the area, the Marree Man shouldn't be allowed to just fade away. Initially, the town had the support of the South Australian government, but Turner said he kept running into problems. He explained that the government did a costing on the restoration project and determined that it would cost about 368,000 Australian dollars to restore. In 2016, Turner formed a group to restore the Marree Man themselves. He received permission from the Arabana Aboriginal Corporation to restore the carving and hired a grade operator to redraw the lines. In the end, the restoration cost just 6,400 Australian dollars. During the restoration project, Turner received an anonymous email to help. Turner said that the email was correct. It gave us an accuracy of about 150 millimeters all the way around the 28-kilometer circumference. Turner explained that the restoration was a very large task. He explained that they had had help from a surveyor who used all the data at his disposal and had an accuracy of about 10 to 12 meters. But then they received the anonymous email with the accuracy of 150 millimeters. They used the drawing in the mysterious email to retrace the man. They also improved the carving by putting windows in the lines so that rain could catch in the lines and promote regrowth of vegetation. Turner hopes that they will have a green Marree Man in the future. Turner said that the Marree Man was an incredible feat. He said that whoever carved the Marree Man knew that the land on the plateau wasn't important to the Aboriginal people because they never went up there. He explained that the surveyor used to help restore the Marree Man found an image in a book that was identical to the man except that it was right-handed. However, if the man had been right-handed, he wouldn't have fit on the plateau, so whoever carved the man reversed the image. He said that the piece was an important work of art and needed to be immortalized. The government, however, disagreed. They launched a 2-year investigation into Turner's restoration actions. This included seizing his computer and all his documents on the Marree Man. They even considered fining Turner 100,000 Australian dollars for destroying native grasses. Turner was shocked because he thought he had done everything right. He got the right approvals and used an environmentally certified grader. The investigation closed in April with a change in the government. In June of 2018, Australian entrepreneur Dick Smith offered a 5,000 Australian dollar reward for any information about the artwork's origins. Today, there is some debate over who should care for the Marree Man. Aaron Stewart, the chairman of the Prescribed Body Corporation of Erebana Native Title, said that the Marree Man is not a priority. He went on to explain that not far from the Marree Man are more culturally important artworks that you cannot see from a plane. There are 40,000-year-old rock carvings. He said, "So to me it doesn't bother me if Erebana Man isn't restored. There are people who are looking to it from a financial benefit point of view, but Aboriginal people are not going to be treated like third-class citizens and not get something out of their land while others benefit." Who created the Marree Man? Who sent the faxes and the email? What do you think? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to today's episode of That's Ready Mysterious. Join me next week for another captivating mystery.